Pastor Poach Chop been running his mouth. Nigga getting the bag while your mama dance and shout. Running game on my people trying to take a Jew out. It's the money grab, got a pastor counting heads, cause the spirit been dead. Got a Jew seeing red, cause his mouth is full of lies. A Edomite in disguise, cause his mind ain't circumcised. He leading a Jew to the fire. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death. Ezekiel 37 trying to give a Jew the breath. Give me 7 seconds, man, I'm almost there. It's the saviors of the earth trying to get the people help. These pastors going insane. The Bible better change. They only preaching for the fame. The Bible better change. I see my people pockets drained. The Bible better change. The hood ain't gon' change. The Bible better change. The church is the problem, man. The Bible better change. They giving empty promises, man. The Bible better change. It's a doggone shame. The Bible better change. Got to expose the evil, man. The Bible better change. Take the chains out the Bible better expose the Bible better change. Trying to take the chains out the Bible better expose the Bible better change. Saviors of the earth. Saviors of the earth. Saviors of the earth. Y'all know what time it is. IUIC, Birmingham, Alabama. No more listing the lies and paying tithes. These pastors going insane. The Bible better change. They only preaching for the fame. The Bible better change. I see my people pockets drained. The Bible better change. The hood ain't gon' change. The Bible better change. The church is the problem, man. The Bible better change. They giving empty promises, man. The Bible better change. It's a doggone shame. The Bible better change. Got to expose the evil, man. The Bible better change.
Got so many churches on the block to see the people. Time to take the chains out the Bible, better expose the evil. Send our letters to all the pastors so that we can meet up. You didn't accept the invitation, let's turn the heat up. Your pastor out here prophet line, prostitute and take it time. You better watch them right, your king, cause that boy be a pedophile. Look at them, they living vibe, my people sleep, they in and out. Can't see that they lead us wild, all because of trending style. Telling us to stop teaching that truth, oh you don't did it now. Cal said deploy the mess, set up cap and then we bring it out. Demons coming with that doctrine, so you know we mow it down. Bible better destroy because the Israelites right in your town.
From the east to the west, to the north, to the south. Pastor Poach Chop been running his mouth. Nigga getting the bag while your mama dance and shout. Running game on my people trying to take a Jew out. It's the money grab, got a pastor counting heads, cause the spirit been dead. Got a Jew seeing red, cause his mouth is full of lies. A Edomite in disguise, cause his mind ain't circumcised. He leading a Jew to the fire. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death. Ezekiel 37 trying to give a Jew the breath. Give me 7 seconds, man, I'm almost there. It's the saviors of the earth trying to get the people help. These pastors going insane. The Bible better change. They only preaching for the fame. The Bible better change. I see my people pockets drained. The Bible better change. The hood ain't gon' change. The Bible better change. The church is the problem, man. The Bible better change. They giving empty promises, man. The Bible better change. It's a doggone shame. The Bible better change. Got to expose the evil, man. The Bible better change. Trying to take the chains out the Bible better expose the Bible better change. Trying to take the chains out the Bible better expose the Bible better change. Saviors of the earth. Saviors of the earth. Saviors of the earth. Y'all know what time it is. IUIC, Birmingham, Alabama. No more listing the lies and paying tithes. These pastors going insane. The Bible better change. They only preaching for the fame. The Bible better change. I see my people pockets drained. The Bible better change. The hood ain't gon' change. The Bible better change. The church is the problem, man. The Bible better change. They giving empty promises, man. The Bible better change. It's a doggone shame. The Bible better change. Got to expose the evil, man. The Bible better change.
Got so many churches on the block to see the people. Time to take the chains out the Bible, better expose the evil. Send our letters to all the pastors so that we can meet up. You didn't accept the invitation, let's turn the heat up. Your pastor out here prophet line, prostitute and take it time. You better watch them right, your king, cause that boy be a pedophile. Look at them, they living vibe, my people sleep, they in and out. right in your town.
From the east to the west, to the north, to the south. Pastor Pope Chop been running his mouth. Nigga getting the bag while your mama dance and shout. Running game on my people trying to take a Jew out. It's the money grab, got a pastor counting heads, cause the spirit been dead. Got a Jew seeing red, cause his mouth is full of lies. A Edomite in disguise, cause his mind ain't circumcised. He leading a Jew to the fire. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death. Ezekiel 37 trying to give a Jew the breath. Give me 7 seconds, man, I'm almost there. It's the saviors of the earth trying to get the people help. These pastors going insane. The Bible better change. They only preaching for the fame. The Bible better change. I see my people pockets drained. The Bible better change. The hood ain't gon' change. The Bible better change. The church is the problem, man. The Bible better change. They giving empty promises, man. The Bible better change. It's a doggone shame. The Bible better change. Got to expose the evil, man. The Bible better change. The Bible better change.
Trying to take the chains out the Bible better smoke.
The Bible better change. Saviors of the earth. Saviors of the earth. Saviors of the earth. Y'all know what time it is. IUIC, Birmingham, Alabama. No more listening to lies and paying tithes.
So that we can meet up.
These pastors going insane. The Bible better change. They only preaching for the fame. The Bible better change. I see my people pockets drained. The Bible better change. The hood ain't gon' change. The Bible better change. The church is the problem, man. The Bible better change. They giving empty promises, man. The Bible better change. It's a doggone shame. The Bible better change. Got to expose the evil, man. The Bible better change.
Got so many churches on the block to see the people. Trying to take the chains out the Bible better smoke the evil. Send our letters to all the pastors so that we can meet up. You didn't accept the invitation, let's turn the heat up. Your pastor out here prophet line, prostitute and take it time. You better watch them right, your king, cause that boy be a pedophile. Look at them, they living vibe, my people sleep, they in and out. Can't see that they lead us wild, all because of trending style. Telling us to stop teaching that truth, oh you don't did it now. Cal said deploy them and set up cap and then we bring it out. Demons coming with that doctrine, so you know we mow it down. Bible better destroy because the Israelites right in your town.
From the east to the west, to the north, to the south. Pastor Pope Chop been running his mouth. Nigga getting the bag while your mama dance and shout. Running game on my people trying to take a Jew out. It's the money grab, got a pastor counting heads, cause the spirit been dead. Got a Jew seeing red, cause his mouth is full of lies. A Edomite in disguise, cause his mind ain't circumcised. He leading a Jew to the fire. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death. Ezekiel 37 trying to give a Jew the breath. Give me 7 seconds, man, I'm almost there. It's the saviors of the earth trying to get the people help. These pastors going insane. The Bible better change. They only preaching for the fame. The Bible better change. I see my people pockets drained. The Bible better change. The hood ain't gon' change. The Bible better change. The church is the problem, man. The Bible better change. They giving empty promises, man. The Bible better change. It's a doggone shame. The Bible better change. Got to expose the evil, man. The Bible better change.
Take the chains out the Bible better smoke the
Bible better change.
Trying to take the chains out the Bible better smoke
The Bible better change. Saviors of the earth. Saviors of the earth.
Shalom, Most High in Christ bless, Most High in Christ bless. We back with another episode of Bible Belt Unchained.
Number 10.
Don DeMarco.
Turn up the volume,
Let's start it over
Episode 10,
again.
y'all.
Let's see. I thought we were gonna get
Take two.
some crazy noises and stuff. It didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Take
All
two.
right, we're gonna do another take, y'all. This didn't happen. All right,
Yeah, flash
Just
'em.
act like this didn't happen. All right. So we're about to start over. Hey, I'm Captain Yadin, and this is our 10th episode of Bible Belt Unchained.
We in this building.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, all
Yeah,
praise
yeah.
to the Most High. That's what I'm talking about. That happened the first time. It's just the audio messed up. It glitched.
Right.
So that's the only reason you didn't hear it. All right.
Glitch.
So
Alternate universe.
yeah. So I'm your host for today. I'm Captain Yadin, aka Big Judd, aka Judd Wig, aka I don't even know.
Lowercase Judd.
Lowercase Judd. All right.
Slim Wick, no.
To my right.
Officer Keydon, a.k.a. Spear.
Oh, AKA the spear, right? The tip of the spear. Get it right.
Whoa.
To my far right.
Officer Abishai, they call me Shaq.
Big Shaq.
Big Shaq in the house.
Shaq.
All right, to my left.
Officer Israelites, a.k.a.
Show no.
Show
With his
no.
hands, tall in the hands.
And to my far left.
Officer Jeremiah, a.k.a. Avon McCall.
Avon McCall. Avon McCall. Hey, look, we got a video of Officer Jeremiah beating up Esau. You know
That's right.
Yeah, ooey gooey.
He hit Esau so hard, Esau said, Esau fell to the ground. Now, not a street fight. He's a boxer, by trade.
That's right.
It's pretty funny.
For
He just was
fun.
like,
Just do it for fun.
all right. First, we got to start off with our sponsor for the week. Our sponsor for the week, all praise to the Most High. Our sponsor for the week is brought to you by, let's bring it up, Potato Pops. Potato Pops is the sponsor of the week. Handcrafted pop you can't refuse.
Underline the can't.
You can't refuse.
You
That
will
sounds
not.
threatening.
You will not refuse it.
So listen, if these young kids, you get around these Christian pastors and they offer a potato pop,
A cool, refreshing drink.
they can't refuse. All right. So if you go to a church and they got potato pops, listen, you better unchain yourself from that organization. But that's our sponsor.
Your hand off my penis!
Whoa, Lord! Whoa!
Hide your kids.
That's a new one right there.
Came in hot on that one.
This is Democracy Manifest. If you know, you know. That was unexpected.
Oh man!
All right, so let's start off with our scripture real quick. Let's get right into it. We got a lot to bring out. Let's get with our opening scripture. Turtle water, where you at?
Psalms 142 and verse 7. Bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name. The righteous shall compass me about, for thou shalt deal bountifully with me.
Right. So a lot of our people, their minds and their souls are imprisoned in the Christian church, especially down south in the so-called Bible Belt. So we out here trying to free your soul from prison. We're trying to unchain you from the lies of Christianity and other vain religions, right? So, we can't start. Matter of fact, we haven't talked about this for a while. We haven't talked about Club J.
Right.
If you are a regular, you know that right next door to us there is a church. It used to be a big church. We came through and we have taken their spaces.
Right.
All praise to the Most High. Somebody got to win and somebody got to lose.
That's right.
All praises that we are the winners and Club J are the losers. So we just got a little clip. I don't know why they don't get people to come to their church with this. With what they putting out there,
Right.
letting people know. Let's show that. Let's show one of their ads for Club J.
They
Club J sponsor.
kind of down in the dump, so we're gonna show an ad.
Yeah, maybe they can get some visitors. Let's go. Bring that up.
Welcome to Club J, where we collect tithes and shake thighs.
Drop down to get your eagle on.
Yeah,
That's
so,
what I'm saying. There you go.
We
on
don't
down to
really
Club J.
understand why the Christians don't want to go there, but Club J, that's what go down in Club J. It is what it is.
Pretty much every
All
Christian church
everything.
across
All
the
of
face
them.
of the earth.
All of them.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, yeah. Pretty much every Friday, Saturday night, they having a birthday party.
Pony ride.
A freak Diddy was over there a couple
off.
weeks ago, allegedly. I just know they backed up.
your pardon?
They backed up a baby oil truck to the door, allegedly. Oh, and to the disclaimer, this is not real. Okay, anybody get offended? Real.
Fair use.
All right, this is not real. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna inform our people real quick. Let's see what we got. We got to talk about the 69 God of the
We have
week.
to, Caps. We have to.
Thank God.
I like the other one. What the other one at?
It's all
Freaky
like,
ass nigga here, 69 God. Freaky ass.
the other one kind of like the Jaws theme music.
Yeah.
I think
Like
so.
something's coming.
Hey, real quick, are we getting feedback from that speaker? Is the speaker too loud? Just a question. Okay. Maybe turn it down just a tad bit so we don't get any delay.
In the studio.
And that's not AI. Somebody said AI undefeated. No, that's actually the church. Those are real people. Remember my what I said, disclaimer. Right? Now, just give me that intro to the 69 God of the Week.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga.
He turned it on.
All right, all praises, all praise. All right, let's bring that up real quick. Let's bring up the 69 God of the Week. 69 God of the Week. Let's bring up that article that I posted in the group that y'all said y'all had, because I asked about it, and y'all said that y'all had it.
Right.
He got it.
Real fast. That's it right there? All right, let's get started from the top. Bring it up. I don't know. Let's hit play.
Hours ago, down the hall in the 78th District Court, a former Wichita Falls pastor whose charges for child sex crimes have been pending for quite some time, he entered an unexpected plea. Paul Coleman, the 69-year-old founding pastor...
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Pause.
Wow, Cat, did you know that?
Pause.
Did you know he was 69 years old?
Oh, my God.
This is our first time playing this.
69
That's crazy.
God, bro.
Put the camera on Cap, man.
That is
Put it on
crazy.
Cap.
What is going on,
How
Cap?
did you know this?
How did you know that?
Listen, y'all. Listen to me. I don't know how this happened.
The stars align.
But remember when we started dealing with Muhammad? And then she was 6, and then he consummated at 9, 6 to 9.
Right.
And then now we bring up
The 69 God of
he
the Week.
the 69 God of the Week.
And
He's 69 years old.
Wow.
Final boss.
Big
This
deal.
is the final boss.
Cap, and it was crazy is we almost didn't even do it.
Right.
That's the Lord say like, no.
He's 69.
Because somebody asked in the group, they say, who's the 69 God of the Week? I was like, we got to do the 69 God of the Week. The people have spoken. They want to hear about the 69 God of the Week.
And the Lord has delivered.
That's crazy.
It is what it is. That's what we got to
crazy.
do. Right? Let's start that over again.
To go down the hall in the 78th District Court, a former Wichita Falls pastor whose charges for child sex crimes have been pending for quite some time, he entered an unexpected plea. Paul Coleman, the 69-year-old founding pastor of Good Samaritan Outreach Ministries over on East Carolina Street, was charged with continuous sexual abuse of a child, indecency with a child, and 2 counts of aggravated sexual assault of a child, stemming from 2022 when authorities say he sexually assaulted 2 preteen girls who attended his church. His case has been set for trial for quite some time until today. During what was scheduled to be a pretrial hearing, Coleman unexpectedly pleaded guilty to both counts of aggravated sexual assault and the indecency charge as well, with the continuous sexual abuse charge being dismissed as a part of his deal. 78th District Court Judge Meredith Kennedy sentenced Coleman to 30 years for each of the counts of aggravated sexual assault and 20 years for indecency, setting them all to run concurrently. And since the deal happened unexpectedly, Prosecutor Brooke Robb said a follow-up hearing may be scheduled in order to give the 2 victims the opportunity to give impact statements. And of course, we'll be sure to keep you updated on air and online if such a hearing is in fact scheduled. Now, if you want more details on any of these cases or any of the criminal cases that we're currently tracking, you can find the latest on new arrests, indictments, appeal cases, jury trials, including the trial of Ronald Burdick, charged with murder in a fatal shooting on Shepherd.
All right. So, this is crazy right here.
That was 2
Big.
days
All
ago,
right,
too, Cap.
go scroll up a little bit so we can see his face. Right? Can we get it closer? Can we do like a zoom in?
Control.
There we go. A little bit more zoom. Can we get a little more zoom? There we go. A little more.
Somebody come and look at this.
There we go. Look at this. This is your 69 God of the Week. Right. This is a pastor. Now, one thing to know about this is that those 2, it says preteen girls. Right. So they were 12 at least 12 or younger, right? Those not the only 2 that he done did this with.
That's right.
Those are not the only 2 he did. He just got caught dealing with those 2 girls. Right. These people right here are predators. A lot of times they say they cannot be fixed, right? Those that do stuff like this, for the most part, when they get out of jail, they do it again, they do it again, and do it again, you know. So he a Christian pastor.
Right.
And I asked this question, what is it about the Christian church that attracts these type of people? Now, I think it was last week or another week ago when we dealt with Bishop Fred Matthews with Triumph Church, Kojic, or Church of Jesus Christ, whatever it was. You have to ask yourself a question. What made him so comfortable with being able to do this, and the fact that his church members were defending him? They were trying to get the male prostitute that was shooting his babies inside the bishop's rectum and that's what happened. I mean, it is what it is. That's what happened.
Nasty word.
It was trying to get him to not tell, right? This is a married man with a wife and kids the dude said he was busting on his face. That's what he said, right? The church was trying to get this guy, this porn star, to not tell. This is the reason. That is the reason why these people are basically okay, because they can hide there. Right. It's a rest haven for predators. Right. A rest haven for the 69 guys. Right. That's what this church is. And that's the reason why. And it's not just whatever church he went to, whatever there's a Methodist church, Baptist church, any part of the Christian denomination, even non-denomination, the Catholic Church, right? This is okay there. Right. This is something that is okay. They are all right with this, right? And people like to say, "Oh, y'all Israelites, y'all are cult, y'all in a cult, y'all in a cult." Right. Whatever. But we don't do this BS. Right.
That's right.
You can't look us up and find like they say bar for bar. The Christian church is the most wicked thing put on this earth. I promise you it is.
That's right.
That's a cult. The Christian church is a cult. Right. Now, go ahead.
Real quick. I got a script for this.
You could take Gargamel off the screen. Gargamel. Paul Coleman. Is that Paul Coleman? That was his name?
Yeah, Paul Coleman.
Yeah, Paul Coleman. We can get him off the screen. Get Gargamel off the screen.
Get Sirach 25 verse 2. Because this type of man is in the Bible, and we're going to see how the Lord feels about this type of person. Read that.
Sirach chapter 25 and verse 2. 3 sorts of men my soul hated.
God hates a particular soul. Read.
And I am greatly offended at their life.
Read.
A poor man that is proud.
Read on.
A rich man that is a liar.
Read on.
And an old adulterer that doted.
So we understand that this man was in the midst of adultery, but it says an old man that doteth, right? Yep. Now, doteth just simply means to be weakly or foolishly fond of someone or something. So we're seeing a pattern. In these churches, there's a lot of old men that are easily and foolishly fond of these young women and becoming predators. The Lord said he hates that type of soul. So, hey, these old men thinking that they can still play the fence and play the game, they need to sit they behind down somewhere.
Read the next verse. Verse 3.
Verse 3. If thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, how canst thou find anything in thy age?
Hey, that's why, that's why young men in the Christian church is non-existent. Right? They're not learning anything. What is that saying is a young fool, you can turn to an old fool, right?
Something old like YN.
Yeah, old YN. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to live a youthful life in foolishness, you're going to be an old man in foolishness. So, yeah, that's a great script.
You better read your Bible.
That's it.
And not just read the Bible, but you got to live by the Bible. You better live by the Bible. Now, what we're going to deal with today, the topic for today, we kind of we kind of freestyling a little bit. But we're going to kind of build off what Bishop Nathaniel, shout out to Bishop Nathaniel for his great class.
Shout out.
All praise to the Most High. Applaud would be good from the...
That's right.
Shout out to Bishop Nathaniel. Basically, going into the different devices that are used to trap our youth, right? We talk about the Bible Belt Unchained, and we deal with the Christian church, and how they are rest haven or breeding ground for adult pedophiles. Right. But at the same time, Satan working. At the end of the day, Satan gonna do his job, right? Not only is he letting the 69 guy pastors in, right, but he also is going after our kids through online gaming. Right. And not just games, but a lot of different apps. These things right here. Mm-hmm. These are a gateway to sin, to evil and wickedness, right? And one thing that we realize is that, some people, they don't know they're ignorant. And some of our people just don't care, right? Give me that in Haggai chapter 1 and read verse 5 real quick. And the reason why I remember this scripture, because this scripture right here, back in the day when we started, we didn't have MOV and stuff like that. You came out to the camp Hey, man, you be reading. My second day, I had to read, and the brother pulled Haggai 1 and 5. I had no idea there was a book in the Bible called Haggai. I'm up here doing this, like, what? Haggai? What I had to go to the table of contents and find it and go to the number, and they looking at me. It was the worst. But all praise to the Most High. I have repented. All right, read that Haggai chapter 1, verse 5.
Haggai chapter 1 and verse 5. Now therefore, thus said the Lord of hosts, consider your ways.
Right. So God is telling our people to consider your ways, right? We got to consider our ways. We have to sit back and think about what we're doing, what's going on around us, and we have to take action on these things. We can't just be bumps on a log, right? We can't just be inactive. Like the young folks say now, we got to have motion in this truth, right? We have to know what's going on. We have to know what's going on in the world. You know, not to take part of the things of the world, but to protect ourselves from this world. And not just ours. Go to Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 19. Right. It's not just about protecting us in general, right? But it's about protecting our youth. Because guess what? The powers that be, they want to destroy the men, but at the same time, they want to destroy our youth. They got to stop the next generation because they see their generation is over with, right? Pastor Pam is still missing. Pam is still missing in action, right? He has been gone since the Israelites stepped up to his church. Where's Waldo? He is gone, right? And they understand that. They like, look, they tried right now. I bet they got him the TBN. They got him down there like, listen, look, you're the best. You're the best. You're the best. It's like, but I don't understand. I can't. They're too strong. Shut up, Negro. You're the best. They trying to pump him up right now, right? We must defeat them, right? That's what they're trying to do. They got to get him right because he opened the door, but their arms are too short to box with the guys. They just the 69 guys. It is what it is. But read that scripture one more time.
Haggai?
Yes, sir. Haggai 1 and 5. Read it one more time because this is something we just be walking around. We just be sleepwalking around here. We act like the world is this great place, and we act like we still Americans around here, right? We are behind enemy lines, and we got to wake up knowing that we behind enemy lines. And when you do, you have to consider your ways. Read that.
Haggai chapter 1 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Now therefore, thus said the Lord of hosts, consider your ways.
So you brothers and sisters out there, especially you single mothers, you got to consider your ways when it comes to your children. Read that, Jeremiah 11, verse 19.
Jeremiah chapter 11 and verse 19.
Go ahead.
But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter.
It was like a lamb or an ox brought to the slaughter. This is one of my favorite scriptures right here. That's how we are. You got a lamb, and they walking that lamb down that line. The lamb don't know what's about to go on. He just walking. He may be thinking he about to get something to eat. Right? That's how we are right now. We like lamb or oxen being brought to the slaughter. Go ahead.
And I knew not that they had devised devices against me.
We didn't know about devices that were devised against us. And that's what we're going to go in today. We're going to go into a lot of these devices that's against us, right? I'm going to name a few just real quick that's against us. You got Roblox, Fortnite, Minecraft. You ain't got to.
Maybe we should put those images up.
All right, let's put the pictures up. Let's go. We got Roblox, right?
Put the image up.
All right, put that image right there. That's it right here. Look at that. Don't they look fun? You got the little block people, and I don't even know what they do. What do they do in this game?
Harmless. So pretty much, it's a platform. They have various different other mini games built within it, creating characters. You can build like different things and so forth in there. Like I was saying, for face value, it looks innocent, but when you look at that, did you see that image right there next to the one in the middle with the pink and stuff on right there? You see what I'm saying? Like little things like that, it gets slipped up in there.
That is a man.
But even within that platform, like Cal was just speaking about, there are chat groups in there. Those things are not.
Wow.
If the parents don't monitor it, no one is monitoring it. No one's over there looking at the private messages that's being sent back and forth. So on the outside looking in, you would think, well, it's only kids up in there. Well, that's not the mindset of a predator. You know what I mean?
69 God Disneyland up in there.
Dang.
Pretty much,
Yeah, for real.
All right, so you got Roblox, you got Fortnite, right? Fortnite is a guy. All the
Very
kids
popular.
play Fortnite. They be on this thing. Like, look at that right there. It look fun. They run around shooting, building walls, and it's a fight. But in this game, you got voice and text chat features, you know. And guess what? It's made for grooming.
Right.
They use these things and they groom these kids. So a lot of times as parents, we kids don't go outside as much no more.
Right.
No,
Right?
don't.
They don't go out like they used to anymore. So they inside. All these kids got tablets, you know, and guess what they doing? They just sit around and they play video games. That's what they do, and they'll go crazy without their tablet. Even inside the school. You see inside the school, some kids, they have headphones on and they have their tablet. They just back there on their tablet while we in the school right there the whole time, right? Because that's what they use as a babysitter. Right? And guess what? You know, the whole babysitting thing, you know, it can't be somebody I don't know. But some people, they just let people come to their house and babysit their kids, you know.
Right.
That's basically what you're doing right there. You're letting somebody that you don't know babysit your kids. Your kids become friends with these people. Now, listen, I used to be a gamer. You know, I used to be a gamer. You know what I'm saying? I think I got a 118 game win streak on Black Ops. You know, I was a savage on this thing. If you want it, you can. No, you can't get it no more. I don't play no more. I had no
You
games.
retire your sticks.
But guess what? That's what I used to do. We used to play games, and we used to be on these games. And if you played Modern Warfare 2, right, if you was raised in that, you are a gangster, certified gangster. You ain't never had to sell drugs. You ain't never had to be a Crip or Blood. You a certified gangster. Because you survive the online chat, right, you are a gangster. Yes. I promise you are. Because, man, it was terror going on in them things. Them little kids were coming there. We call them Christmas news. That means we got the game early because we was older, and the kids got their game in Christmas, and we beat the brakes off them little kids. They be in there crying, Daddy, call me a piece of shit. Yes, we cussed them out. We was evil, right? We wasn't no freaky stuff going on. Not on my end anyway, or nobody that I knew or played with. But at the end of the day, they did have that dynamic in that game, right? That they was looking for kids, because some of these people you played every single day. I know I played every day. Some of these people, you know, I considered them friends.
Right.
I didn't know them, right? So you got to think about these kids that come on and play these games. They playing these games with adults every day, all day. They talking about their day. They're talking about what happened in school. A predator is gonna prey, and not A-Y. E-Y.
They talking to someone online more than they talk to their parents.
Right.
You know, so now this person online know more about what this kid is dealing with than the parent does at home, because they feel more comfortable talking to this person online. And the point that Cap was making about how kids don't go outside anymore, well, the predators adapted. You know what I mean? If the predators know that the children are not outside and they're online, where do you think the predators are gonna consort to? Right. They're going to go to the places where the kids are at, and that's going to be your Roblox, that's going to be your Fortnites, your Call of Duties and so forth. Now, I played Call of Duty for a little bit. I was nowhere as good as...
we're savages.
What was the name?
You're savages, man. Fool Ray was on
Fool
that
Ray.
thing.
I was nowhere near the level.
We didn't play around. You hear me?
You know, I played that thing probably a couple times online. I played the zombie board. Little kids cussed me the hell out.
Yeah.
They were like, who's letting all these zombies in? I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. But it's just to show, like, the type of communication that happened on that chat is already going to be vulgar or lewd. That door is already open to lead to something else, you know. So, at the very least, your kids should be involved in that type of conversation, you know.
Right. Real quick, why y'all had that up? Could y'all get that ESRB? Wikipedia? It's the rating of the games, because a lot of y'all parents really don't understand the games. Like, I used to be a big gamer, huge. I was actually on the fighting scene, like, you know, Street Fighter, Tekken.
Oh, you played the stupid game.
He's a nerd.
Oh, nah, shoot.
He's a nerd.
It was crazy.
Dynasty War.
It was crazy.
I understand it now.
Barbie.
Nah, but I was rated pretty high, Cap. You know, 50 in the nation.
Yeah, whatever.
So, but with that, a lot of y'all parents really don't understand that video games are interactive movies. You ain't gonna let your kids see a rated R movie or by themselves. Well, you shouldn't. Let's read the first paragraph real quick, and then we're gonna get back.
The Entertainment Software Rating Board is a self-regulatory organization that assigns age and content ratings to consumer video games in Canada, the United States, and Mexico. The ESRB was established in 1994 by the Entertainment Software Association, ESA.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there. So the reason that it was established in '94 was because of a very popular video game called Mortal Kombat. When Mortal Kombat came out back in the 90s, there was a lot of gore, blood, dismemberment, things of that nature, and there was a lot of parents that was arguing against it. At the same time, back in my generation, it was Doom. A lot of blood and gore. So they came out with this to rate the games because a lot of y'all parents are y'all fooled thinking that video games is for kids. No, video games is movies. Again, that is a billion-dollar industry. They're movies. So it's interactive movies where the player can interact with that character's life or what have you. So when you get online, it clearly tells you if the game is rated E for everyone, that means any age can play it. It's not suggestive themes, no nakedness, no nudity. They tell you when you get online, the ESRB does not work because they cannot control what goes on in the chats. They tell you that when you're playing the game. So going back to what Cap said, it be some vulgar, crazy stuff being said in the chats.
Listen,
very crazy.
Like I said, if you grew up doing Modern Warfare 2, hey, on Xbox, hey, listen, you are a certified gangster. I'm telling you, certified gangster.
Bullshit?
No, you certified gangster. I promise you. I remember coming home one day on my lunch break, and my son was at home. And so I go upstairs, and all I hear is, you know, I can't say what he said, but all I'm hearing him yelling at, you effer, yeah, you effer. He's just going off, yeah, effer, F you, and I'm just listening to him like, I never heard him talk like this. And he just going off. I mean, he loud. So I'm going in, I open the door a little bit. You know, they got their full headphones on. He just going in, yeah, effer, ah. And I just kicked the door real hard. I was like, what are you doing? Oh, that's how you talk? That's how, now, you know, I'm a hypocrite. Right. I'm going to be mad at him. Right. I got an Xbox downstairs. I'm cursing out little kids like him, you know, but you just don't think sometimes. But you realize that that's what these games, they allow. First of all, you're not in front of somebody. No. So you're definitely that feeling of you may get slapped in the face is gone. Right. So you can say whatever you want to say. Right. And, you know, when the scriptures talk about the way of the wicked seduces you, right. You know, you got some kids that don't have parents. They don't have parents, you know, no father in the house, and they do whatever they want to do, and that's going to get pushed upon your kids, you know. So, you know, kids can act, they good, hey, everything's all right, but then when they get to who they really are, and when a place where they realize they can't get in trouble, that's what you got there. You got a little demon, right? So you have to police these things, right? Let's go to the next one. We had Roblox, Fortnite. Now we got Minecraft. Let's go into Minecraft. Let's bring this up right here.
The hell is this?
Now, you know, nerd alert, bring it up. Nerd alert. I was there. I was playing Minecraft when it was beta. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah. You know, I had a dude named C Nanners. C Nanners was the first person that came out. I'm a nerd, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, but I remember C Nanners did a gameplay of this and made the dude that created this game, made him a multi-millionaire. Like he's so rich right now. He got money, he don't know what to do. But this game right here, basically you in this weird world where you build stuff, right? You can. And it's a good game on the thing of it. It gives people to be creative. You know, you can build castles and this and that. And then at night you fighting these zombie things, or you can even cut that off where you just building stuff, right? But now it's a place where predators come. Right. You know, it's an open server, right? And you can, you know, they can hack the server and make the games where you could do all kinds of stuff in it. You know, you create private servers. You got DMs. You talking. And it's a major platform that's used for grooming. And a lot of you parents don't know this because you just don't consider the ways of the world. Right. And you're not consider your ways, nor are you considering the ways of these kids, right? Let's go to the next one. Discord, right? Oh. Now, Discord is not a game. No. Right? But Discord is something that's used.
It's a chat.
in all these games. Like most of these games, a lot of these guys, they have something called a Discord. They have a Discord, right? And they use this right here. That's VR chat. No, we're talking about Discord.
I don't think he had one for that.
We don't have Discord.
No, he do. Right down there.
Cal, what you were saying?
That's it.
What you're saying? Those parents, the scriptures you read about. Lamb leading the slaughter. Parents now think that outside is dangerous, right? The outside world is dangerous.
Right.
Gangs out there, you got drive-by shooting. So they buy the games or they think the kids are safe in the room in the game, but not knowing they're leading their kid to slaughter.
Right.
Excellent point.
I also said it earlier, if Satan evolves on his tactics on how he deal with our children, as parents, we have to evolve on how we protect them too.
Right.
You just have to be aware of all the things out here. So that's the purpose of this class, is to make you aware of the things that are out here against our children.
And I mean, we dealing with Satan's kids.
Right.
So the way that Satan fights, he ain't gonna tell you I'm Satan, I'm your opponent.
Right.
He's gonna come to you as a friend, as somebody that you could be cool with, and he's gonna attack you mentally. He's gonna wear you down to the point where you don't even know you being worn down.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing.
And
That's how they fight.
And some of those pedos, they advance. They can get your IP address and get your address and get your phone number, all your information. They can get it off of those games. So you have to be aware.
100%. If you're not using,
especially Discord,
if you're playing games and you online and you live and stuff, and you're not using different things to stop that from happening, somebody just show up at your house one day.
Yeah.
It's not difficult.
It's not.
I talk about it all the time. VPN. A VPN ain't nothing. It really is just people can't know where you are.
That's it.
While you're online. Somebody think that you can hack somebody's phone with a VPN. Retard.
No.
You can't hack nobody's phone with a VPN. It just can show where you're at.
Change the IP.
Right? So like we may right now, it may saying that we're in Alabama, but you can use a VPN and it'll say we're in New Mexico. It'll say we're in Japan. It'll say here. It basically bounce stuff around to where nobody can just come right to your house, or they can get in your stream and do crazy stuff. But there are other things that they have where they can get in there through you being online, right? So now this right here, Discord.
Right.
Discord right here, they use this alongside a lot of different games. A lot of the streamers and what they have their own Discord chat to where they interact with the people that go into the game. The video game, I'm gonna let y'all know, people make a lot of money in the video game scene. Right. You want, like, listen, we'll put up a video and get 30,000 views or something like that. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. For them to have 100,000 people live watching something, that's regular, right? That's regular. These young kids, they got a lot of these kids, they get sponsored. They living in these houses, these mansions, right, where they got super mega internet. These guys going on different games and stuff like that, tournaments where they making $1 million a tournament just to play. Some getting paid just to show up, right? This is a big money system, and some of these people are evil. A lot of these people evil, right? So Discord right here is something that's used. Your kid got this app on their phone. You got to ask them why you got it. What is it for? What are you using this app for, right? They're using it to talk to people privately. That's what it's for, right? Next game, we got a game called Among Us. Among Us. There's another game right here.
The hell is this?
Right, this game got popular during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right, a lot of these games got popular during the pandemic. Right. Same thing. You got public lobbies. You got chat features. Right, and strangers, they use this. They play these games. The 69 guys are in it for the long haul. Right, and when there are a lot of different YouTube channels that catch these predators. And some of these predators, they're not just talking to one kid. They got 60 different kids stuff going on. Some of these chats been going on for years and years and years, right? What they are doing is that they are trying to gain a friendship from your kids, to where your kids be like, nah, this is Bobby. It's Bobby. It's my friend Bobby. You're like, your friend Bobby? Like, where you know Bobby from? Right. The video game. Like, so you never met Bobby. Well, I talk to him every day. That's the mindset of our kids now. Right. The internet is real, right? For when the internet first came out, for me, it wasn't like it was like you knew you was on the internet. Now they are fully immersed in these games where you're talking on the phone with these people, right? You're talking on the phone with the people. You see them every day. Y'all got a time to where y'all talk. Now they're doing stuff like Discord to where they're chatting all day throughout while they're in school and class. These are their friends. And these predators are there to catch and destroy our kids, right?
Anybody that watch those shows, the Chris Hansen shows,
right?
100% are when they catch those people, they talk to initiate the contact online. Like they didn't meet nobody at McDonald's or at the mall. It was 100% online, and they thought they was chatting with a minor, and they showed up to the house and got caught.
Right. You got a lot of different ones. You got Chris Hansen, but you got new stuff now. You got Gideon, Skeeter Jean. You got what's that big white dude name? We gotta give him, man, because he you know, even though I think he racist, but all praises, Esau's supposed to be racist. What's his name?
They call predator poachers and
predator poachers. You got Colorado Pred Patrol. What's that big white dude? What's his name though? Alex something, Rosen, right?
Alex Rosen.
A lot of these dudes. Now the dude Gideon, he used to be kind of crazy. He used to do crazy stuff, and it's a black dude. But now he say he changed his life to God, and he don't wear fringes, but he wears zeets. I don't know if he's really considered himself an Israelite, or is he doing it? Most of these guys, I don't know if they're doing it because they really hate these people, or are they doing it for money? Because there's a lot of money involved in this. But whatever, if they getting people locked up that's committing crimes, all praise to the Most High, you know. But
they got the YNs doing it too, Cal.
Yeah, they got some.
YNs
beating people up. They got some of these guys. They meeting these predators and they beating them up. They beating them up and letting them go. But you got the other ones. They trying to get them arrested. You know, so get them off the streets. Let's go back. So we got Among Us. That's another game.
Hey, Cap, could I say something on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Get Wisdom of Solomon 4, verse 12, real quick. For this, all these games that we're showing, especially Discord, because a lot of y'all parents, Discord is not a video game. It is a chat service. You can actually connect with different...
Like Telegram.
Yeah, it's just like Telegram. You can connect with different chats, not just video games. You can go into, like, trading. They have video games. They have it all. It's all social media. Read that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 12. Read it out. For the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest.
So the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure, meaning it's going to skew your mindset. But that bewitching it's a constant thing. And there's something that, what I mentioned about the video games being $1 billion industry. A lot of y'all parents don't understand it. They actually have psychologists that work behind the scenes to see how can we get these games to be addictive. And they, like, when it goes online, they don't care.
Right.
They don't care about that side of it. But these people are trying to control the minds of the youth. So they got psychologists that will build something called resonance within the child. That means that once you stop playing the game, you still thinking about it even when you're off of it, right?
Like
so it's like a drug.
Yeah.
And this is science that they're using behind games. The first one that came out was called Gears of War. It was a lot of psychologists behind that game, but a lot of people didn't know until later on. That's why a lot of people kept playing it. Finish out.
And the wandering of concupiscence doth undermine the simple mind.
So the wandering of concupiscence in these chats, family. In these chats, it goes down. It's some weird, it's always sexual innuendos when it comes to video game chats. Always. And I'm just telling you from the chats that how people talk and what I had to endure in that realm, they always lead it back to a sexual innuendo. So what Captain them is going over is very heavy, family. Y'all need to really safeguard the minds of your children, because if they keep playing these games unsupervised, hey, the predators are moving online and they are catching these kids.
Gotta catch them all. I don't know why you said what the captain and them. You are part of the them. You know?
Yeah.
It's like what we.
What did they call it? Third person limited.
Yeah, but let's so we got that.
Yes, sir. You wanted that one?
Yeah, go to the next one. VR chat. Right. So listen, reason we're bringing this out because we want y'all to go and grab your kids' phones, grab their tablets, and go to the search and find this stuff. Look and see if these apps are in there. And you got to ask yourself a question: why are they there? right? What are they there for? What are they doing on these chats? You need to go in and you need to find them, right?
Spontaneously, not like
not like every Wednesday I'm gonna go. Check. No, go grab the phone now. Like go walk in the room, grab the kid phone, grab the tablets, bring it in your room right now. Take them.
Right.
Some of y'all scared of y'all kids though.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Some of y'all so your kid don't cry and be whining and whatever. That's how I got my first Nintendo.
For grandma.
Now I'm gonna tell you what me and my brother did. We played my mom hardcore, right? We was acting all sad over the summer. We was like one day I said let's act sad. So we was just sitting in the room, sitting down sad, and my mom was like, "What's wrong with y'all?" We was like, "We just don't have nothing to do." I was very manipulative at that time. And my brother was all like this. And she was like, well, what? I said, well, it was like, everybody got a Nintendo, and we don't have a Nintendo. So guess what? We got a Nintendo. But I remember my auntie came over to the house that day before we was going to the store, and she said, you know what else is good? They got this pogo thing where it's a ball, and you can jump up and down on it. You stand up. I was looking at my auntie. I was like, I will beat you. My mom gonna give me a pogo ball. Got him! Instead of a Nintendo, it's going down. But we got a Nintendo, right? That's how we got it, right? A lot of kids now, they cry. Mm-hmm. You take a tablet away from a kid, you watch them lose their minds. They go crazy, right? I'm like, you gotta do what the Bible says when it comes to disciplining your kids. I ain't gonna say what I would do. But I'm going to say, do what the Bible says to do, right? And what's legal in your state, right?
But Cap, it still goes back to that resonance that they're building. It's actually a drug.
Oh, it is a drug. It is a drug. Listen, when I say I was a gamer, I was a gamer. I mean, I woke up in the morning, I went to work. After I went to work, I came home. From a certain time, it was my time with my wife. We watched movies, we ate, we talked, this and that. My wife, she go to bed early. From 9 o'clock to 2, 3 in the morning, it was going down on the sticks. It just whatever was happening. You know, and it was a bunch of men that was all in the same age bracket. Yeah. We was all married. Our wives went to sleep. We came and we played. We played Call of Duty. It is what it is. That's what we did. We went from Call of Duty to League of Legends. That's what we did, right? But you know, for me, it kept me out of the club. It kept me out of messing with different women. You know, I called myself a Sunday dad. That's what I was. I was a Sunday dad. You know, I went to work, you know, this and that, whatever. On Sunday, washed the car, cut the grass, maybe went to the movies or whatnot. But that's what we did. But it was like because I played sports, right? Yeah. So having that camaraderie amongst men, that's what you used to. Then you start playing these games just like you like in the military. Right. You know, you like you really calling out something. We got somebody on car. All right, run around. Let's look. Look the spawn trap. Don't pass the triangle. You got too far. If you flip the spawn, you know. Right. And we sitting in a room just killing kids on the video game.
Killing pixels.
On the video game.
Killing pixels.
And it would be a big setup, and that's what we did, right? We got good with it. We figured out the hiding spots. It mentally trap you into doing this thing, right? So I'm just saying, your kids, and we started off older. Your kids are in this right now. They 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. They are being brainwashed by these games, right?
Years from now, they could be doing studies on this.
Yes.
Years from now, they're gonna be like, so what was the pinnacle point that started the downward trend in the population? They're gonna say, well, when gaming started being introduced and these tablets and these phones started to be introduced to kids 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, it's gonna be a developmental major issue in the future, right? Right? People they're gonna have problems coping with things because they're not really interacting with anybody in real life. There's gonna be no personality. Everything's gonna be based upon a phone or a tablet or something.
And some of our kids are like that now. They're socially awkward. They don't know
how to play
right
there.
That's a big reason.
They're disconnected from real life and connected to the digital. Yeah. And there is studies off Cesar High. They have a study right now showing that the young men have stretch marks on their back because they're having growth spurts while leaned over playing the game.
They had a kid die. They had an Asian kid died from blood clots in his legs from playing the video game. He wouldn't get out of his chair. He played the video game and he died from blood clots in his legs. You know, they be having these 24-hour, 48-hour marathons where they don't get up.
Yeah.
They don't leave. They sit in the chairs. They are addicted to the game. Some of y'all grown-ups now still playing video games. If you are a grown-up and you in this truth and you playing video games.
Shame on you.
I'm gonna tell Bishop Kanai on it. You know, big boy.
Video games.
I hate them video games.
You playing video games? We in the truth. We trying to fight. We trying to fight for the souls of our
Take over
people.
the world.
And you got time to play video games, my guy?
How you get time to play video games?
There we go.
Like, for real. Like, I take time out. Sometimes I'll play with my kids from time to time. But how do you, I don't know how you have hours to sit aside and go play a video game. I don't see how you get it. You know what I mean? Everything that's going on, so much stuff got to be done. But somehow you got time to sit around and play 2-3 hours on a video game. Some ain't right.
Big Flecker said he played Pokemon Go on here.
Big Fleck.
So we know who that is.
Wait, I know Big Fleck ain't playing
Big Fleck on here.
games.
Big Fleck is in the comment.
You already know he playing.
Boy, ain't no way.
Fleck say he into everything.
He said Among Us is
Hey,
boring.
man, shout out to you, Big Fleck.
Shout out to Big Fleck.
Goodness.
That's another
But Cap, I do like something that you said was like when you was playing and y'all was strategizing, they did another study to show that most people that played like Black Ops and all that stuff, they was killing squad commanders that was actually in the army on strategics. Like it was crazy how they were saying how well y'all communicate better than some army vets.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And it just shows you that what are these video games really doing to us?
Well, they use a lot of these games now. They got the drones, right?
Yes, yes.
So now, you got, that's the new warfare right now.
It is.
So you're going to have these kids, they training them to be able to be desensitized to drop
death.
bombs on people.
Right.
That's
Look
it.
at Ukraine right now. They're using all these kids to fly drones to fight against Russia right now. That's the biggest thing that they're doing, drone warfare.
Right.
Drone warfare.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever watch one of these competitions for these shooting games, listen to me. It is very strategic.
Very.
I knew if you passed this barrel, the spawn would flip. You couldn't go past it. Once you take one step past it, the people start coming back alive behind you. We would set up different ways. We knew exactly what we was doing. We had call outs, person here, this and that, a sniper here, blah, blah, blah. We knew it became a part of you.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like they're training you to be really a tactician or a war machine.
I still remember. I still got muscle memory in my fingers. If I jumped on the game right now, I still would be good. Right?
I put so many hours in it.
So, and it's crazy. I did put so many hours.
Hours.
I wish
hours wasted.
I'm gonna tell you what happened too. Right? So we were so good at Black Ops and stuff that it got boring. So we switched over to League of Legends. Right? And so I built the computer. I got a computer built, real nice computer built. I mean, it was bad.
We know who the gamers are in
And
here.
the first day it got to my house and I was about to play on it, I watched Israelite video. It wasn't Israel United in Christ.
But you saw Israel.
And I never got to use the computer.
All praise.
It was just there. And I ended up giving some of my parts to some people in the body because I was like, I got this, this such and such. I can't even use it. You want it? And then that Negro left the truth. Damn it.
So all praise to the Lord. The Lord got you out of there. Going back to what we was reading in Wisdom of Solomon 4. Hey, sometimes the Lord got to snatch you away from something.
Because
you could have been the best of the best.
I spent a lot of money on this. I remember I spent a lot of money on this thing on the computer. I had lights on it. I had like 4 fans in the thing. The thing was crazy. I wasted a lot of money on stupid stuff.
Hey, Cap.
All praise to the Most High for this truth.
All praise for
repentance. All right, let's get back to it. All right, what we got next? Another game. We got Call of Duty.
Hey, that's your game.
I like Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Bring it up. Bring the picture up. All right, so this game right here is another game. Not only is it full of predators, but then it conditions your kids to want to kill somebody.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is not real anymore.
It's all the
right?
school shooters.
Yeah, like
yeah.
When you talk about guns and stuff, people start naming guns. It's from Call of Duty.
Right. That is true.
You know what I'm saying? That's where it comes from. right? Same thing with voice chats and stuff like that. You got adults on here. When I say trash talking, it says trash talk and harassment is common. Yes.
It is common.
It is common, man. I heard some of the funniest racist jokes
Racist
ever.
jokes, yeah.
You know, but it's common. Trash talk is common. Like, that's what we did. Like, if you kept the chat on, if you didn't get off into your private chat while we was destroying you, we make you cry.
Yeah.
It is what it is. The little kids, we call them squeakers. They had a little high voice. But I'm just glad that I never saw that abusive side when it comes to sexual assault, right? I don't know if that was going on back when I was playing. I'm sure it was.
It was.
But that wasn't us, you know what I'm saying? But now your kids, and then the predators probably didn't fully transform and adapt yet. Kids were still going to the park at that time, right? What else we got?
GTA 2, Cap.
Yeah.
GTA.
Grand Theft Auto. You got Apex Legends. That's another game that they use. Go to the next one.
I don't know.
I don't know what animal that one is.
What that is, Big
But
Flex.
that, you know what? That's
Big Flex.
What's this?
This may be
Big Flex.
where these kids get this whole what they call themselves, furries.
Furry things.
Yeah, furries.
Nah.
Oh, you know where the furries come from?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You used to be a furry?
No, sir. Never that.
I think you was a furry.
Never.
If I find out you're a furry, we kick you out of school.
Hey, kick me out. Kick me out.
Zucker was a Maltese furry.
All right, so I'm just saying, these games right here, you parents, look them up, you know, and it's more than this, right? This is just some of them, right? It's way more than this, but you got to be conscious of what your kids are doing, right? What else we got? Penguin Club. I don't know what this is, but
Penguin.
it's another one.
Help us out, Big Flex.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, Penguin Club. Go to the next one. Toontown. Did we get Toontown rewritten? If not, whatever. But it's just another these games right here, and you got the Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto.
That's terrible.
I'm gonna tell you what's worse about. What's real bad.
I got on
y'all can full stream it. What's real bad about Grand Theft Auto is that a lot of these games are set up to where you can make your own game. Right. Like what's that rapper T-Pain? The rapper T-Pain, T Grizzly. These guys make more money. Playing
Hosting
video games than they did when they was rapping, right? They get with the nerds, they develop their own server, and they do this, right? And they got all these kids on there playing these games where they doing prostitution, they selling drugs. I know Grand Theft Auto, they got a whole thing set up where you be a drug dealer.
It's a whole world.
Yeah, it's a whole world. These kids, you know, they are gangsters. They are really
internet gangsters.
Internet gangsters for real, and they take on this persona.
Doing drive-bys.
You know, and they're playing these games with a lot of these dudes, like T Grizzly. He really was a robber. He used to break in stores and stuff. Young and Ace got one, right? These are real killers in the streets, and they're bringing these kids in, right? The internet goons, right? So let's go back. Read that Jeremiah chapter 11 and verse 19, right? But listen, you parents, get off your butt and stop being lazy, soft parents. I don't know what this soft parenting mean. You know what? You know, that means you're okay. I mean, whatever. I ain't, you know, whatever. To each his own. But I know what happened to me when I was a kid.
Me too.
And I know it saved me. You know, I think about the people I grew up around. I think of brothers that's in jail, that's dead. You know, my best friend that lived right across the street, like, he ain't never getting out of jail. You know, because my parents was like, look, hey, that boy ain't no good. And I was like, yeah, he is good. He's my friend. And next thing you know, I go to his house. They got a moving truck out there. They've been breaking in people's houses. You know, he killed somebody on the street on a drug deal going wrong. He ain't never getting out of jail, right? You know, and I heard he liked men. But whatever. Damn. Crazy.
Figure.
Sin gets added on to sin. First you're doing this, then you're doing this. Now you doing that. It is what it is. Read that for me.
Jeremiah chapter 11 and verse 19.
Go ahead.
But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter. And I knew not that they had devised devices against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof.
Right. They want to destroy the tree. Well, how they did that? Through feminism, right? Take the power away from the man. And they want to destroy the fruit. They don't want to destroy the women. They want to control the women. Right? Because the women, they use the women to control the man, and they use the women to control the kids. Right? Women are supposed to be the man's helpmeet and tower of defense, right? And at the same time, they're the first teachers of the kids. So you sisters, you got to realize how important you are in this war against the Israelites.
100%.
They use you to control the man, and they use you to teach wickedness to the kids, right? So they want to destroy the tree with the fruit thereof. And these games are the things that they use to destroy the fruit, right? Now, some stuff you got to look out for. They say things to look out for. Gifts on these games. A lot of these games are set up with a gifting system. These kids, what they call it, Robux.
Yeah, Robux.
Right, you got Robux, so they
V-Bucks.
What?
From what is that? V-Bucks from what's Fortnite? That's it. Fortnite.
Okay, all right, whatever. I don't know what that is, but nerds.
I just learned about it. I just learned about it last week.
Yeah, sure.
I did. I don't.
Let me see your phone, right? But V, keep your phone over there. I'm just joking, right? But you know, these kids, they go to their parents, I want some Roblox. Can I get some Robux, right? So they can buy stuff in the game. Guess what? Some of these kids are getting gifted Robux from these predators. They're getting given gifts and things like that. You know, so that's why you got to know what to look for in these games. I think you should just stop them from playing the games, me personally. Right. They need to go outside. They need to run. They need to be healthy and be in shape, and they need to be in this Bible, right? But I don't understand. But I know you're going to do it. Right, it's like I know you're gonna do it. Just like scriptures like Exodus 22:16. You know, the law is that you're supposed to get married first, then have sex. But it was like, I know y'all wicked. You know, so if you do this, y'all need to get married, right? So the same thing with you parents. It's just like, I'm not about to take games away from my kids. Well, at least be the best and know what's going on in these games. If you see your kid, he got all kinds of in these games, they got all kinds of different stuff that they have to buy in these games. You gotta ask yourself, how you get this camouflage skin?
Right.
Wait, how do you get? Don't you have to use money to pay for this? Oh, my friend Scallywag 367 bought it for me. I'm like,
there's something wrong there.
Something ain't right.
And right. A lot of the parents, Cap, they take their children out of school and they homeschool them, but you might as well have left them in the school if you're just gonna put them in front of the screen all day.
Exactly.
Right. You know what I mean? Because they're entering into a world that's much more evil compared to them being at school. At least in the school, you got teachers. You know what I'm saying?
And you got other kids that tell.
Kids there too, right? But you take them out and you put them in front of the screen for 8 hours a day and wonder why they so behind. Wonder why they become socially awkward because you're not paying attention to them.
Some of y'all homeschool kids weird. I'm just being honest with you. Some of y'all kids weird. You talk to them, they just be like,
words coming out of your mouth.
You know, it's like you talk to them and they all talking. They don't move their teeth. You notice that? A lot of these kids, they talk, but they don't move their teeth. They just talk like this, and you be like, "What the hell wrong with you? You a serial killer?" No, I'm not a serial killer. Why do you think that?
And they all wear hoodies.
And they wear hoodies.
Oh yeah,
in the summertime.
In the summer.
The summer got a hoodie on. What's wrong with these kids?
It's crazy.
Everything.
Right? But all right. Let's get some of these videos we got. Right, but they do have safety precautions. They say you can get parental controls, right? You could disable the chat. You got to talk to your kids about this stuff. And don't be like the police. Be like, hey, what's some of your friends on here? And sit in the room and act like you're not paying attention, but pay attention, right? Know who they're playing with. Monitor the friends list, you know. Encourage them to report suspicious behavior, right? Tell them to snitch, you know, but hopefully hopefully you're teaching the Bible to your kids at home, right? Hopefully you having Bible lessons with your kids at home. Right. I pray that you're doing that, right? You're not just an Israelite on Saturday.
Right. Oh, there's a lot of those. It's a lot of those.
These games are getting more immersive. You know, you got the meta universe out there where you can buy land and houses and all that stuff, man. You just have a whole life inside a gaming system now. So you know these things are ramping up. Some of these games are older games, but these games now the technology is coming out where these games are getting way more immersive now.
And that's actually what's making it witchcraft. Right. Because it is like witchcraft is a deception of your God-given senses, if you didn't know. It's not just spells and coil and trouble and all this stuff. We always think about Disney witches. No, witchcraft is when you manipulate your God-given senses and it thinks something is there when it's not. So, like you said, with the immersive VR, man, that's the devil, bro. It's a lot of. Have you ever seen VR videos online?
I played VR before.
Where people like get so immersed that they'll break their TV and it's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, allegedly it started out in the
wrong with you?
military. They use VR as training, right?
Okay.
Also, they have VR as like I said, they have VR exercising, boxing, things like that.
Yeah, whatever,
stuff like that.
But what I mean to say, that's the witchcraft. The craft of the witch is to deceive you. That is a form
Did you
of witchcraft.
just remix witchcraft to sound smart?
No, that's
Did you
what
just
witchcraft
say
is.
witchcraft, the craft of the witch? Did you just
There is powerful niggardry at work here.
That's what witchcraft
Remix.
is. Deceiving.
Hey, the one thing about it though, like he was just talking about the homeschooling kids and so forth. If your kids are homeschooled, the interaction with other people outside is going to be very limited. Exactly. And like they were just speaking about, you become socially awkward, especially if you don't have anybody else in the house with you and so forth. So now, these kids who don't have any friends, they're not going to the school, so they're not interacting with anyone else. What's their only outlet at that point? It's going to be online. So everybody they communicate with, that they deem as friends, are online. You know what I mean? So that door for them to be preyed upon by predators is a lot wider open when you got homeschooled kids and you not paying attention to them. Right. You got to pay attention to your kids. It is one thing I wanted to read. Can you read Sirach chapter 41? Sirach 41, I want you to start at verse 5, to go into everything we've been speaking about. Back in the day, we used to know where all the niggas hung out at. You know what I mean? 'Cause we knew where they was at. You know what I mean? I knew if I ain't seen everybody on this corner, I know they must be over here.
But you didn't even have a phone to talk.
And you ain't need a phone.
You just knew it was places that you went to.
Because we were just always in those areas. We were always with that same group,
It's on
right?
the dark side.
So now the kids are not outside anymore.
Right.
So where is it that they're going to be able to find these people that they hang out with commonly? Can you read that, Sirach chapter 41, verse 5?
Sirach chapter 41 and verse 5. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversing in the dwelling of the ungodly.
The Bible says that the children of sinners are ungodly because they are conversant with the dwelling of the ungodly, right? To be conversant means you're familiar with.
That's it.
So they're not familiar with where people hang out with out in the world, on the corners, on the blocks, where they sell the weed at, where y'all go at, where they say where the whores at, where the harlots at. Where are the harlots at? They're not, that's not where they at, because they all inside now.
Right.
So what areas are they conversing with where the ungodly is at? These online games, the chat rooms, they're very conversant in it. They're very familiar with it. So much so to the point where if you haven't been paying attention and you're trying to look at their phones now, I think you would be hard pressed to even try to find it because they're so well versed in using it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it.
They're so well versed. And then one thing I just heard on your phone, you know how you got the notes where you can share like your notes and so forth?
Bring it out.
So now what kids are doing, they'll write the note and they'll share it with someone else. And then they could just update the note instead of messages being passed back and forth.
So still a
And then at the end of the day, they just delete the note. And nobody knows what kind of communication just had. That's because they're conversing with the dwelling of the ungodly.
I ain't know that.
And so if you leaving these kids to their own devices, they're just going to become more and more and more evil and wicked. And they're so impressionable. You being a grown person, just think about yourself as a grown person talking to someone that's a minor.
Right.
Your level of wisdom, wit is so much higher than theirs, and now you talking to these little kids who's unadvised. They're gonna easily take advantage of your kids.
Exactly.
What you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen? You gotta pay attention to your kids and all these video games. Like I was saying, some people gonna still play video games, right? And we do have video games. It's like in-house, like little racing games we may have on the controllers just for the family when we play together. But when you start letting your kids out into this open online world,
you're done.
I mean, you asking
You're
for trouble.
cooked.
You're asking for trouble.
Hey, go to Ecclesiastes 5 and verse 15. Going into what the officer Shonuff just said, a lot of you use the excuse that you're old and I don't know nothing about this stuff right here. I don't know nothing about that. I still got a flip phone, but your kids don't. That's a recipe for destruction.
Exactly.
Right? You have to know how to maneuver through these things. Read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 15. as he came
No. I'm sorry. Ecclesiasticus 5 and 15. My bad. Sirach 5 and verse 15. Right? You playing with a recipe for destruction. I'm just gonna let you know. Read that.
Sirach chapter 5 and verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small.
Right. You can't just be ignorant and be okay with being ignorant. You can't have kids and not know the lingo. Right. You can't have kids and not know when they say certain stuff, what it means, what are they talking about, and be okay with that. You have to know what's going on. Right. My father, he knew what's going on. Like I remember my dad used to listen to Tupac and Biggie. Right. He knew I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't pull nothing past him because he knew what was going on. He knew the lingo. He knew the words. He knew what, he just knew. Now, why did he know? Because he probably thought he was a old YN anyway.
Jim Jones.
But at the same, he was Jim Jones. Yeah, whatever. But he knew, right? You have to know as a parent what's going on. You have to go and, like the scripture says, you have to do a diligent inquisition. Right? These things not just going to come to you. All praises classes like what Bishop's been going over. I think Patient Saints talked about it this morning. What we talking about right now is being brought to you, but you have to show your due diligence to make sure that you want to be a good parent.
That's it.
That you care about your kids, right?
And then Cap 2, I'm going to get a scripture if you don't mind.
Yeah, get
2 Maccabees 7 and 27, because what you're saying is a very important part. A lot of parents back in the day when we grew up, they weren't lazy parents. You know what I'm saying? They were active in our lives. They knew where we was going. Right. We had a certain time we had to be home. We didn't have phones like that. You couldn't even get a phone until you started, was able to drive and get out.
I had a beeper.
To a degree.
Right.
I had one
That was later on.
Yeah, that was later on. That was later on.
First phone I had was a
Nokia.
What you call that phone? It was
a flip
sidekick.
Yeah, man.
You track kids by their bikes.
Then they had the flip phones, the Razors.
The Razors were popular back then.
The Razor was a Negro phone. I promise.
Yeah.
Listen, the Razor.
Everybody
had it had traps in that phone. They had ways that you could do some stuff in that phone. That phone right there, that was the beginning of how to be a Negro. Was the Razor. I promise you it was.
But then we had MySpace. MySpace was big when we first came out in the middle school.
What music you had on your?
You had to have it set up.
Yeah, Black Planet.
Black Planet. College Club. Listen,
I don't know about Black Planet.
Black Planet. Black Planet was wicked. It started off as College Club, and then it got bought out by somebody. Became Black Planet. It was like, wait a minute, you got all these college kids hooking up. Let's make it bigger. Just make all black people hook up. It was wild.
7:27, 2 Maccabees.
Yeah. Read. Get to the scripture.
Yeah, get to the scripture. Get to the
2 Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 27. But she bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language.
So for those of you who don't know, this was a woman, you know what I'm saying? It never mentions that she had a husband, so we can consider her to be a single woman. But her sons were raised around men, because when you read prior in the chapter, you had the older man who gave his life up because he wouldn't eat pork. So it's important for you sisters that are single to make sure your children are around men of the Lord. Can you read?
Spake in her country language on this manner. O my son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee suck 3 years, and nourished thee, and brought thee up unto this age, and endured the troubles of education.
She says she endured the troubles of education because raising children is not supposed to be easy.
Right.
You're not supposed to just give them a phone and get them a tablet and allow the screen to raise them. I mean, we send our kids to school for 8 hours a day. Even then, our children spend more time at school than they spend with us. Because we go to work, we get home, you don't really have a conversation with them. So even when you send them to school, you're still not really raising them. Education is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be difficult. You're supposed to be able to spend time with your children and raise your children up. And that's what we are failing at today. So we got to tighten up as parents.
Hey, and also real quick to go back to your point, a lot of us think that because we send our kids to the school, the teachers watching over them, they're good. But we really gotta put it in our minds that weaponized education is indoctrination. Right. And we understand that this is Esau's system. Right. He don't want you to succeed. He wants you to stay at a certain level and mind your business. Don't think about anything else. So it's still a disservice even in the education of this system, which is indoctrination.
Yeah, education is big business.
Yeah, it is.
They had the CLA, I think. It's something with the education system, but it was set up not to benefit us, but it was set up for the white man to gain money.
That's it. Right. That's it.
100%. Right. And you know, we talked about not being ignorant. We're gonna do a segment where we talk about music, but you gotta know some of these. First of all, you shouldn't let your kids listen to rap music. I mean, I don't understand it, but you gotta know the message behind what some of these musicians, like they got some of these like XXXTentacion, right? All they talk about is they make their kids, they make them sad and emotes and I really hate my life. Ride Wave, you know. I watched a video when they had a girl, she was crying listening to a Ride Wave song, like listen, we gonna get into it. We'll go too far at that, right? Go to Leviticus 18. In verse 21, Leviticus 18 verse 21, because really when you are a parent that's not being a parent, this is what you are actually doing. Read that.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to mold it.
Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord.
Right. So this is really going into child sacrifice, right? But when you really think about it, when you allow your kids to immerse themselves in these video games and these different chats and the music or whatever it is, you really you basically sacrificing your kid
unto that VR guide.
Unto that guide. You're sacrificing your kid. You're allowing them to be raised by something else, and you know one thing that I've seen since I've been in the truth is really to understand the innocence of children. Right? Because when I grew up, I wasn't innocent, and I didn't see other kids that was like that really wasn't exposed to stuff. And I remember one time Bishop did a class. Bishop said the word. He said dildo. Right, he was going into something, and I remember, sure enough, son he turned to the side. He said, "What's a dildo?" And it was funny. It was the funniest thing ever.
Officer was embarrassed, bro. He was like,
"Yeah," because when I was a kid, I knew what it was because we was exposed to so much wickedness. And now in this truth, you start to really see the innocence of children to where they don't know what this stuff is. And now you see how easy it is for these kids to be taken advantage of on these different online games that we allow our kids to be in on their phones and different stuff like that. You have to protect your children. When you don't protect your children, right, like the scripture says, you allow your seed to pass through the fire to Moloch, to a different God, right? That's what you're doing. Right, now let's go to some of these videos, man. We really need more time, but we way past it. Let's go to this video right here. Go ahead, Esau with the yellow shirt.
Yeah, because in that video, now the dude that's in there, Jack Reynolds, that's his name, Jack Reynolds. He is a predator. He's a pedophile. He's gonna describe, what it was he did in that act of grooming. Because remember earlier we were speaking about grooming. Prior to this technology wave, those things happened pretty much in person. Like they'll get them in passing at like an after school activity thing at the park, driving a car or a truck or something, and they invite them to the car with candy or whatever to be able to interact with them. So we're gonna look at this, just see, what he's speaking about as far as grooming. They want to see how it translated to being online. So you go ahead and play that.
Alone.
I would check out their family situation. I would check out their clothing to see how well they were, financially. I would check out their social interaction with other kids. When we were on the ballparks or on the gym floor, I would make sure which ones I wanted to molest. I would give them special attention, congratulate them, talk to them when I know that I would never be allowed to talk to anybody.
Hey, pause. He was being an active parent.
Right.
He was being active. Listen, I sent this song to a brother one time, you know, because he was so caught up in a lot of different things, and maybe he wasn't, you know, he was neglecting certain stuff, right? And it's a song called "The Cat in the Cradle." You know, the cat's in the cradle, and I think it kind of goes. It says the cat's in the cradle with the silver spoon. Little boy blue, man in the moon. When you coming home, son, I don't know when we get together. Then, and it was basically a song talking about how we get so caught up in our life, we neglect our kids. And the message of the song, you got to listen to it though. The message of the song is that he neglect his kid. His kid want to play. His kid want to do this. His son want to do this. Then now you get old as a man, and you call your son. And he say, well, you know, I got to do something. I'll call you later. You know, you like sitting back and you're like, wait a minute. I just created this. Right. You know, I didn't spend any time with my kid. And guess what he did? He grew up to be just like you. And we create a cycle, right? But the groomers like, oh, your dad don't want to be around? Don't worry, I got you. What you need? Oh, you're a real good player, man. That was a good play. You know, you did real good. You hit the ball real good. What the hell is this? Man, you must work out. You know, this and that. Hey, you need some new shoes. There you go. Right. As a matter of fact, it was this pastor that he was a pastor of a church that I went to, and he got arrested for molesting kids. You know, I remember I met this woman, this girl that I was messing with, and she was like, "Oh, you go to that church?" I was like, "Yeah, I go to that church." She's like, "Oh yeah, that pastor. You know, he real nice to my brother. He buy him Jordans and stuff." And I was like, he buy him Jordans? What he buying him Jordans for? You know, I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't think nothing about it till later on when he got arrested. Come to find out what he was doing, he was being an active parent. Right. He was grooming these kids, and he's letting you know. Let's go back to the video.
And show you what he was targeting too. He said, "I look at the very first thing you look at is the family dynamic.
Exactly. Broken homes.
Who's all in the house? Because first off, the daddy not there, it's already easy access because you know a lot of our sisters, you know, unfortunately, are very docile. Heads in the ground, not really paying attention, not picking up on these cues about what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, why is this man taking interest in my son? Right? Because when you look at that in the sports aspect, your son probably not even the best kid on the team, but for some reason, this man takes special interest in your son. Right. You got to think about that. He said, I look at how he interacts with other kids. So you see now that this kid is standoffish. He ain't really communicating. He ain't really talking to nobody like that. So whatever I do, I know he's not going to go be in and telling friends because he ain't got no friends. Right. Ain't no daddy up in the house. It's just a mama. So go ahead, y'all go ahead and play it.
You know, aside from everybody, I would give them the attention that an official is not supposed to give anybody. And it made them feel like, wow, he's paying me attention. You know, it is a direct form of grooming.
Were there certain characteristics that you looked for in children before molesting them?
In children, yes, but more I also looked at their families. If I thought the father was a threat, I would not.
Stop right there.
Freaky ass nigga here.
Hey, one of the primary things they looked at, they said they thought the father was a threat. He ain't even stepping close to them kids. So for all y'all brothers who ain't burnt the fat yet.
All right, here we go.
Guess what?
You ain't no threat.
You ain't no threat.
Hey, listen.
You ain't no threat.
Right. Listen, look. My son played soccer, right? It was weird, you know. We grew up, you know, when you get black and you make a little son of yourself, you move around white people.
Right.
And so now he playing soccer. So I go to the soccer game and I'm out there on the side and I'm watching, and it was this girl. It was a Latino girl that was like one of the referees. They was playing this homeschool team. They was beating the hell out of them. And they had this guy that was talking trash to the girl from the homeschool team. It was a parent. He's talking trash to the girl, and the girl turned around and she said, "If you say something else to me, I'm gonna call my dad." And he kept talking. Next thing you know, I'm just looking. I wanted to get involved, but I'm the only black person out there. I'm not saying nothing because they are all team up against me. I'm just like, this is crazy. Next thing you know, the biggest Mexican I've ever seen in my life came walking slowly.
Pedro.
He just kept walking, and I'm like, this is a big dude. And then I'm like, wait a minute, that's her dad. He walked right up on the field to her, and she turned around and she said, him right there. Bruh, this white dude's soul left his body. He walked up to him. He's looking down on him. This is a big dude, like he like play with bricks or something. And he's like, what? You got a problem with my daughter? That guy turned into a woman so fast. No. It's not like that. This and this. No. And he just stood out there and just stood right next to him and just kept staring at him. And I was laughing so hard. And white dude didn't say another word, right? But it go into it. Right, you seem like you are intimidating, right? You a big fat slob. Ain't nobody scared of you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing.
So and not even just physically imposing. Like the role of a father is supposed to be there for oversight, foresight. Like you as the man, you supposed to have like that natural ability to be able to see threats, see where the problems can arise, and then guide your family away from it. So if you're not taking care of yourself physically and you don't have the mental foresight to see the pitfalls that your kids can fall in, well, you ain't no threat there either.
Exactly.
You could be big as hell and don't see a damn thing coming. You know what I mean?
100%. So the predator's telling you, like, hey, listen, you're an absentee father. You're a father in name only. You don't come around. They only see your wife at the games. They only see your wife here, your wife there. You know what I'm saying? I went to school meetings. You know what I'm saying? I participated. You have to participate to let people know that your household is not the one to play with. Right.
The presence of a man in general changes things.
Everything.
Like when we was down there in Montgomery, one of our sisters had a situation, and she was at the hospital by herself, and they was dealing with her pretty much any kind of way until I got there, and then they kind of look at the door like, well, we'll come back later. Like, no, bring your ass on in here and do what you need to do. When just the physical presence of a man, it changes the dynamic of everything. So fathers got to be present.
A fit man.
It's the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a fit man.
And they hate that. Listen, you just like somebody just said, they hate a man being involved because they know they can't pull that BS.
Right.
They know they can't pull it. When men show up, they realize, okay, we gotta change it. We can't just be whatever. We gotta be right.
Y'all all right? The same way with when sisters have babies in the hospital. Whenever the man is not present, they always try to push the vaccine. Well, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to get an epidural. But when the man is there and they see him there and he say no, a lot of times they just leave it alone.
Like you need to have a C-section. I think you got to do the C-section stuff. Like, nah, we all right. This is what we want to do. We're gonna figure this thing out.
They get paid for that.
Yeah, they do.
They get paid for that.
It's an operation. That's how you know the devil is in there. They go to the woman, knowing that she's weak. They go to the woman.
Do not walk into a restaurant with your woman and let them talk to your woman.
Never do that.
You're gonna talk to me, right? When we walk in there, you're not about to. I walk in and you look over here and be like, "Oh, how many? What you mean? Do you not see me standing right here?
Right.
Don't let your woman walk up to the thing and get the tables. No, I'm here. I am here. And you sisters, take a step backwards.
Exactly.
Realize what they're doing. They are trying to
demean,
feminize, and that's not the word I'm looking for. But they're trying to take the power away from your husband, emasculate your husband, doing it right in front of your face. Stop it.
They're going to bring you that bill, though.
Yeah.
They're going to drop that bill on your lap.
That bill off in front of you. They ain't talked to you the whole time.
Right?
They're going to drop that bill off in front of you.
Why you sitting over here?
Right. So he's letting you know, right? Go to the video that we had about showing that about a week. I think it's right under that. Matter of fact, it's right there. It say keep watching. It's the one right under that one. Bring that one up right here. You men, you need to stand up, and you sisters.
You need to sit down.
Sit down.
Give your husband his balls back. He needs them.
The fact is he has to give you your balls back,
terrible.
You still ain't got them.
Take your balls, man.
Take your balls.
Like him.
Women be happy to release the balls.
But
men, take your balls back.
Velcro.
Sis, you mind if I
borrow
my balls for the day?
Like John in the chat. John don't have his balls.
John got zero balls.
No
his
balls.
wife got him in like this velvet.
Boy, ain't no way.
It's the one that says why being a strong father / man is important. It's right. It's the next one right under it. Should be.
Yep.
It's the short. It's a keep watching.
Right.
It says important in red and then yellow right.
Yeah, why they found that? Like the tactics that Edomite was using is
like I was looking at it, if you go down and to the right one.
Yeah, it's something called
to the left.
Fifth generational warfare.
No, right
which
one.
is social
Just one.
engineering.
Right there. There you go.
So a lot of our brothers and sisters, especially our young kids, they are being exposed to warfare that they are not even privy to.
Right.
To really ask questions about where you live, your family dynamic, that's social engineering.
Right, 100%.
That's social engineering.
Let's pull that video up.
Come on, Fall, just lose the weight.
What I'm talking about.
One of the most notorious sex predators ever in the United States of America. And they asked him, they said, what made you target or what made you go after a specific child? He went after boys, girls, black, white, Hispanic. It didn't really matter. He went after them all. There wasn't a specific demographic he focused on. And the most amazing thing he said, I looked at the father. And if the father wasn't a threat, I would go after that child. That blew me away. He didn't even look at the mother. He looked at the father, and if the father wasn't a threat, so I've started telling you, hey, be a threat. That's a good thing if you're a dad.
Hey, listen. People got to know you crazy. Right? Like what it said, it's better to be a warrior in the garden rather than a gardener in a war. Right. You have to be, what's the dude name? June? I think his name was June. He's a writer. And he writes about how if you don't know that you are able to do anything, right? Meaning to be able to do the things that has to be done, then you're no threat, right? You have to be able to can you run a mile? Right? You're not a threat if you can't run a mile. Right. You can't run a mile. You can't get it in for an hour. 30 minutes at full tilt, you're no danger. Right. You not being able to have the concept to be able to be these things, right? Like, if you disrespect me or my family while I can touch you, I'm going to touch you.
It's consequences.
It's gonna happen. And I know it's gonna happen. Right? But guess what? In this truth, I'm able to be like, you know what? Let's just walk away, and that. But it can't happen.
That's the key, though, Cap. Like, you got to have the capacity for violence. Because to show restraint and you don't have the power to do nothing anyway, then that's not restraint. Right? In order to have restraint, that means you have the capacity to do what needs to be done, and you choose not to do it. Right. But if you can't do it at all, then it's not restraint. You're just weak.
Right.
That's what it is.
You're just a weenie.
You just
soft.
Weak.
You're just a weenie.
You just a weenie.
That's
you gotta
right.
Go eat at Weenie Hut's Jr. That's what you gotta go do.
All right, y'all better get it. Y'all brothers, listen. We talk about the end and warfare and whatnot. Right. You better get it in. You sisters, guess what? Y'all have to prepare yourselves too. We have to get on the level. But this level that we talking about being to protect your kids, if you are weak, if you are a weak man, the predators say they go after your kids, right? Let's get another. Man, we don't have that much.
It was the one right after that one about
with the woman.
Yeah, because she's gonna speak about the grooming. Cause we watched the first one. He was talking about the grooming process in which he used in person, right? Right. We found him at the ball games. He ran into him to the after school clubs and so forth. And she's speaking about how this now is translated to those chat rooms we were just speaking about. Mm-hmm. Right?
Okay, let's bring it up.
Single chat room is safe from predators. No matter how wholesome or safe an app seems, if there's the ability for strangers to message each other, there will be predators lurking. We've seen dangerous conversations in fitness and religious apps, even apps meant for 8-year-olds. It's easier than ever for predators to reach out to children and begin the grooming process, which is a really scary thought for every parent.
So that grooming process,
not a single chat room.
Because he was speaking about the family dynamic and whatnot. And we talked about the different aspects of how someone's become so comfortable with divulging personal information online because they've been ostracized from the other kids, either from homeschooling or they just being socially awkward. So they don't really have friends. Right. The parents not really talking to them because they at work all day. Then when they come home, everybody eat, then go to sleep. So who do they resort to now as far as conversation? The people that's online. Exactly. And they tell them like, well, yeah, my dad, he works all day, so I don't really see him. you know, my mom's usually on the phone. She's usually scrolling all day. She don't really do much. And he like, man, that's horrible, you know. But maybe one day I could take you out for ice cream. That's grooming.
Exactly. And that's what the parents are supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
It's called nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's crazy you said about the mother being on the phone all day, because there's a lot of sisters that all they do is all day scrolling on their phone. Facebook.
Doom scrolling.
Instagram. TikTok all day. That's crazy.
Right.
All right. Let's go to the next video. Let's see what we got next.
So that's something he did in real time where he made an account.
Yeah, the hacker.
People,
Yeah,
right. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
let's get the hacker showing how. If you watch, I watch these videos of these dudes hunting down these hackers and stuff like that. Not hackers, these groomers and these predators. Yeah. And it's like it's not enough people chasing them.
Right. No,
it's not enough. It's definitely not enough people chasing them. You can get on something like this and like right there instantly you got 30 hits. Right? Go ahead. Let's see this.
How old are you? Okay, this person's a child too. So out of all of these, there's one guy here who is 47 years old, less than a minute, who wants to talk to a child in a teen chat. And I only said hi in the chat room, nothing else. Anywhere where a human can communicate with another human, the child is not safe.
There it is.
That's a weird dude.
So he said it took a minute.
1 minute.
Yeah, they waste no time. And a lot of these, you know, when you watch these shows with these predators, they're not just talking to one person. They be like, oh yeah, well he's dealing with this one. You know, this is what they do all day. They sitting around doing this all day.
He said
right?
less than 1 minute. So
Yeah.
he's sitting there watching the screen.
Yeah.
Go to the next one with the guy in the suit.
Yeah,
Ryan Montgomery.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be with the same. He's pretty much like an ethical hacker that one guy they were just speaking to, and he did these random exercises to see how quickly somebody would respond and so forth. But yeah, it's going to talk about the same thing, just a little bit more in depth. So yeah, I can pull it up whenever y'all got it.
Chat room, you called yourself Ashley 13, New Jersey. Literally less than 10 seconds. We have a 47-year-old with a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, that's how quick it is. Like I Googled teen chat. I'm in a different state, so I get different results here for, you know, the local teen chats. There was no way for me to set it up. You know, all I did was say hi in the chat room and press enter. You know, a bunch of messages came in. Some were from actual teenagers, as it should be in a teen chat. And one of the guys, which who knows if they really are teenagers, that's another thing. But one guy was open about that he was 47 years old. He was completely fine with the age.
Where all is this happening? Is this happening? Just list off where this is happening that's everyday people use all the time.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Kick, WhatsApp, Roblox, Minecraft, Xbox, PlayStation.
Xbox and PlayStation?
Yeah, because you can chat with random people in games. They could represent themselves as whoever they want. I mean, it's just, the list goes on. Anywhere where a human can communicate with another human, the child is not safe.
You jumped in a chat.
Dang. And all these games, they have chat rooms, they got chats. You can they're interacting, they are talking. It's not the game that's getting the kids. It's the interaction with people that's doing it. Them to be socially trapped into it. I didn't just like playing Call of Duty.
Right.
I like talking.
Social
We would talk and have fun and talk about this and that, what's going on, politics. You know, I think Obama was running at the time, so we talking about that. You know, we just having talks, just talking about daily life and being at work and stuff while we playing the game. That it was a social thing, right? Now let's go to the video that we got of the Roblox, a predator getting caught on Roblox. I think we got to start it at 48 seconds. Start it at 48 seconds. We there? Now just bring that up. Don't hit play yet, but bring that picture up right there.
Yeah.
All right, this dude right here, this dude named Gideon, right? He used to be like one of those. Take me off. He used to be one of those pranksters that used to do pranks and stuff like that. And then he said he changed his life around. He deleted all them old videos. I remember one time he was at a basketball game. He got a haircut at the basketball game. He's crazy. But it says EDP watch, right? EDP stands for Eat That P. And it was a guy. It was this fat black dude that was about. I think he was a football fan. What team was it? Was the Eagles, right? And he used to be online, and he was, you know, he was an Eagle fan. He used to be online, and he got caught by the white dude this white guy being a predator, and they caught him. And I think they caught him twice. No, they almost caught him. It's 3 times they caught him, right? But he was a big YouTuber, right? And he got caught. It kind of destroyed his life a little bit, and then he lost all his money and everything like that. So now he started his show. This whole thing's called EDP Watch. And he got the cupcake, which is going into them grooming the little kids and stuff like that. I think cupcake is like one of them terms that they use in these chat rooms where they looking for kids and stuff like that. So... and like I said, he wears zeets. I don't know if he changed his life or whatever. Is he think he an Israelite? But whatever, I don't know. But he got a lot of videos where they actually catching these predators and putting them in jail. Right now, watch this.
What's good, YouTube, man? Welcome back to a brand new episode of EDP Watch. I'm your host, DeMarcus Cousins III, or DeMarcus Handsome for short. And today we are catching another Roblox pred. Here he is right here. His name is Manuel Gonzalez Garando. I don't know, man. All I know, he's gonna be in a cell though. You know what I mean? He is currently Ubering to meet what he thinks is a 15-year-old decoy.
Now stop real quick.
Also
now this is so crazy. In these shows, they figure out ways to catch these guys. These dudes, they get kids to pay for Ubers to meet them. So this guy they done paid for an Uber to get this guy to show up at this park. You see, that's the same place where the Prophet Muhammad met Aisha. At the playground.
God damn! 69 God.
That's the 69 God playpen right there, right?
How heavy the devil gotta be on you for the child to pay for you an Uber and you don't think like, wait a minute.
Who are you?
How did you pay for this Uber? You know what I mean? How you even got an Uber account? Ain't you a minor? Minor can't even have Uber accounts, but somehow
they got
he don't care.
They bamboozled.
He been hoodwinked.
Now press play.
Talking to 4 other decoys
He
as
said
well.
he's been talking to 4 other decoys. So this guy right here, he habitual, right? He is in there. He is a Christian pastor trying to catch all of them. Now he's not really a Christian pastor, but I'm saying that's what these Christian pastors do. They're trying to catch all of them.
Catch them all.
Right, got to catch them all. Right? He a 69 guy too. All right, hit play.
He is a good dude. I mean, you know, he was willingly allowed a 15-year-old girl to Uber him. It cost me like $60. So, you know, I guess he just thinks every 15-year-old girl got it like that. But he is on the way. Literally, I have his live location. We can see it here. And we're here at a park and stuff. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't think kids really went to the park anymore. But there is a lot of kiddos. So we probably could have picked a better place. But you guys know, whenever we get a Roblox guy, it's only one dude, man. So if you're on Roblox, you need to watch out. Because it's the one, the only, Mr. Schlepp.
So this right here, that's another dude that he specializes in catching people on Roblox. Like, and these people making money doing this, right? So like I said, I don't know if they're doing it because they, whatever reason they doing it, they getting them off the street. Now go to 14 minutes real quick. So they get the guy show up, blah, 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 right? Go to 14 minutes.
Working like an organization that works with cops.
Nope, I'm from Houston, bro. See what happens when you run?
Can you like not explain anything?
Yeah, I think people probably got scared when you saw me. Here, we'll just say we're just talking, okay?
You put the camera away.
Shit, I mean, not with a cop here. Hell
now stop real quick.
What they be doing to black people.
So it's a bit of comedy in this, even though how sad this is. But what he does is he gets them to admit to everything on camera. That's what he's doing, right? Because they can't. The police. The crazy part about all this is that the police don't really like these guys doing this. They think it's vigilantism, right? I couldn't say it, I'm sorry. But they don't like this, right? And a lot of times they end up cussing out the dudes that's catching these predators. They get mad because you're giving them more work to do. Let you know that the government is not going to save you.
Right.
The police are not going to save you, right? It is what it is. It says when trouble is what's the saying they got? When every second counts, the police are minutes away. Remember that, right? So the police sometimes they don't care. So what they got to do is they have to make sure they get these guys to admit to doing all this evil, right? And so when the police show up, they showed up. He's like, I don't know who called the police, because they got secret words they say when they get the people to call the police. And when the police show up, they ask them certain questions so they admit to stuff while they on the what's that chest cam they got? The body cam, right? So hit play.
Hey, how you doing, officers?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. We're just having a conversation. That's all.
I got you.
So, Manuel, you're not gonna talk to 13-year-old girls anymore, right? This is your last time? Are you gonna do it again, or is this your last time doing it? Okay. You're not gonna, I'm just saying, you're not gonna talk to 13-year-old girls anymore, right? You're not gonna come to meet 13-year-old girls? You're not gonna send pictures of your penis anymore? You let a 13-year-old girl Uber you here, and you came to try to have sex with her? You're not gonna do that ever again, you promise? You promise? Can you look him in your eyes and tell him, I promise I'll never do this again?
I promise I'll never do this again.
Manuel's your first name?
Please, man. I don't want to go to jail. I'm good with the education program. Anything at all.
Not that I can provide to you.
We're gonna send this video to all your friends.
Come on, please, dude. Come on.
All right. So let's get off of it.
Like, it really is a sad thing, like you were saying, Cal, because you were saying about how our kids are innocent and so forth. Like, once they've been exposed to these things, they tainted at that point.
Over with.
So if you let them be online like that and they start to look at certain things and they go down that rabbit hole to look at stuff, they're gonna become defiled. Right. He look young.
Yeah.
Like he's obviously overage. First off, you got to be 20 years old or older to get married. But I'm just saying, he look in the world standard. You know, he's overage to be dealing with somebody who's a teenager or younger.
But this is the thing. A lot of these dudes, when they catch them, you find out that something happened to them.
Right.
So it's like vampires.
It's hurt people,
zombies.
People.
You bite one, and then next you know he bite others. Right. Like you said, hurt people. Yes, right. Go to the next one. The one for Omegle. Right. Omegle is another one of these. Right. We didn't say nothing about it. But Omegle it's still going. It's going. People still do this. It's weird.
There's a couple other chats you wanted to look at too.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna bring that up too before we get off. Right. That's it right here. Go to, what did I say? 39 seconds. Start at 39 seconds. Right. This right here, this is Omegle. Now, on Omegle, it's like basically something to where people can talk to each other. They live chat with each other. Some of y'all kids, they set up stuff in like a closet, right? They go in a closet and they set up this Omegle thing, and they be in the closet and they be talking to adults.
Yeah.
That's what they do. And they are talking, they skip and just talk to adults all day. You know, it's crazy. It's weird. It's like, what are they doing? Like, who lets their kids have this much time and freedom to be able to be just chatting with random people, right? Hit play.
No, he's fucking good.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, you?
I'm good. Is the wife and kids asleep?
Yes.
Yeah, like to talk to other girls or something? Is that why you're on here?
Yes, but there's more than talk this show as well.
It's more than talking?
Yeah.
You like to get freaky?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 60. How old are you?
I'm 16.
So did you get your tits out?
What?
You get your tits out? Your tits out. You don't show, do you? Do you want to show me your tits?
Want to see my whole body?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. Let me just...
16 years old, buddy. Dude, instantly skipped.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Not bad. You look so bored right now.
I am. What are you doing?
Just using my toy. Have you seen a... hell. You got a Snapchat?
Do you want to see me verse, though?
Sure.
She's 14 years old, buddy. Low life.
How much do they cost? The diamonds in your eyes.
I'm 14.
Where are you living? It's looking like Miami with this buildings.
It is Miami. How old are you?
I'm 21, and you?
I'm 14.
So it's looking like a catch-up predator.
I'm Chris Hansen.
No, you're not.
Huh?
Hey, what are you doing?
You boyfriend, actually. I don't have anybody.
The camera died. Your life is done, buddy. My camera died. I would catch you in 4K, but you're done. Oh my.
All right.
Off
So this another one. It's called Omegle, right? That's something. That's what they do. Look, that's what's going on. And guess what? Your kids are on there. Your kids on there. They on there. They talking to people. You're at work. They're at home, and you tell them don't open the door. They don't have to open the door.
There's another door.
The door is locked.
Door open.
They're on the internet. The door is wide open. Right. Go to Let's see.
Hey, you.
Yeah. Post the different apps, right?
It's posted in there. Is that last thing?
It's the last thing posted.
There you go.
Okay. Yes, right here. So, bring that up. Now these are different apps. Some more different apps that they use, right? So you got Snapchat.
Terrible.
Basically, Snapchat is a predator's.
Hating.
I mean, they basically you say stuff, you type stuff, or you send videos, and it just disappear at the time. Like so, it's only on there for a little bit. You don't have to. Some of these things is like, you're going to delete the message. You're going to delete the message, but no, they don't have to delete the message. It automatically deletes, right? Calculators,
right? So.
What the hell is this?
Because typically on your phone, that calculator, it just looks like a regular calculator. People not checking that to see. That's what I was saying about, if you're not wise with the things that your kids got, you look at that, you're like, oh, that's just a calculator, and just scroll right past. Like, nah, they use that to hide pictures, videos,
text messages,
browser history, text messages, all that's up in there in this calculator app.
Alrighty.
And all apps can be hid on your phone too.
Right.
Oh yeah.
All apps can be hid.
That's why you got to know it. So when you go to the search, you type it in, and it'll show that it's on the phone, right? Or go to the app store, see if it was ever purchased or bought, if it's getting deleted. It had the little cloud by it to know that it's been on that phone. Let me see. Now Telegram. A lot of us know about Telegram, right? Telegram is an app that is hardcore used by people that trade child pornography.
Right. Cheese pizza.
That's why you got to make sure that you look at your security settings on this thing, because you can get added to groups. You should make it to where people can't just add you. People that you don't know can add you. You have to have them saved as your contact and stuff like that. Because if you find yourself added in one of these groups and some of the stuff gets shared to you, you done. It ain't nothing you can do. They got you. You have to try and prove your innocence. That, look, I didn't know. They added me to this group or whatnot. You have to be aware of these things. And guess what? You got to make sure your kids are aware of these things. Right? Let me see. Now, Whisper. Whisper is another one that's like Telegram. But it's even like right now, the person over Telegram, they trying to take them into court and sue them because they don't release stuff supposedly don't supposed to release stuff to the police. Right, and because of all the what I'm looking for, the things that's set up to where the privacy stuff, right? That's set up. You're not supposed to be able to see that stuff and be able to do it. But Whisper is a next step of that, to where I don't even think you create an account. Like it's set up to where it's completely almost secretive, right? To a way that's if your kid got this Talking Tom. I remember the Talking Tom thing.
That.
Where you said something and it was play it back.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see what else we got here. This is crazy right here. Instagram. Your kids. You just shouldn't have stuff like that.
Your kids 100% should not be having Instagram nor TikTok. No, like
Snapchat.
It's not. That's not one of the things where it's like, well, I'm gonna allow this much TikTok. No, it should be zero amount of TikTok and Instagram. You know what I mean? Because the things that's on there. We use TikTok. We go in there to try to prophesy, right? And we teach on those platforms. So we have these apps. I remember when I downloaded it and I started swiping through it. It got a whole plethora of different videos on there. They're like the last thing you might expect to see popping up on your screen is popping up on your screen. Yep. Kids definitely 100% should not be having that.
If you're a concerned parent.
If you care. If you care, right? So. And the stuff that we're showing here, you may say, oh, well, can you send it to me? Listen, You look it up.
Exactly.
Right.
Look it up. Look it up. Go on
educated.
YouTube and be like, what are things used to trap kids? Go to ChatGPT and find it. It'll show you. It'll tell you all these things. I listened to a lyric on the song and I didn't understand what it meant. I went to ChatGPT and it perfectly showed me, well, in some street cultures, this right here means this. I'm like, golly, ChatGPT more in tune to the culture than I am. Right? You have to go and try and find kick. Right there, kick. A lot of kids have kick. And guess what? They talking to big fat men that live in their mom's basement. You know what? That Muslim dude that hated us. What's his name? Khalil. He living home in his mom's basement. You know, you never know. He may be on kick. Right? Like I said, allegedly. All this is alleged. Right? But these are the things that they use. It's so many other things in this. You parents have to parent. You fathers have to father. You mothers have to mother. Stop letting the internet
raise your kids.
Right? You gotta stop doing it, right? So guess what? Go read that Haggai one more time. Chapter 1, verse 5. Haggai one more time. Let's read that.
Haggai chapter 1 and verse 5. Now therefore, thus said the Lord of hosts, consider your ways.
Right. Consider your ways. You brothers and sisters, we're asking you to consider your ways. Look into what's going on, what's happening, the things that's around you, and you have to be a parent to your kids. You have to consider that you are allowing the most wickedest, evil place on the earth, the internet, to teach and raise your kids. That's right. That's right. Right, so guess what? This was our 10th episode of
Bible Belt Unchained.
Well, we're trying to free your mind from the enslavement that Christianity, but not always Christianity, right? This is the world right here. The world is that our kids live in, right? So listen, I'm Captain Yadin. I'm your host of Bible Belt Unchained. To my right,
Officer Keaton.
To my far right,
Officer Abishai.
To my left,
Officer Zahaya.
And to my far left,
Officer Jeremiah.
And we are the I always do that. All right, but I pray that this episode is going to help somebody, help some of you parents realize that you are being absentee parents. Some of you fathers that's in the household. Right. Don't just be happy because I take care of my kids. No, be a father. Right. Be a father to you kids. And guess what? Some of you other men that you don't have kids, be a father to the fatherless.
That's right.
Be that because you got that predator, he's ready to be a father to the father. He ready to be a husband to the fatherless. He ready to be a wife to the father. He ready to be all of that to the father. Guess what? He ready to make you twerk son, all right? Strains for some change. What would you do for a Roebuck? The hell is this, right? So I pray this episode is going to help you out and maybe get our kids out of the bondage of this world, all right? Mentally, and some of them physically. So you may find some crazy stuff in your kid's phone. Hopefully you done grabbed it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't do nothing crazy, right? Don't bring out a switch and start beating your kids because you find out they watching certain stuff. Get counsel on how to deal with this situation. Don't get yourself in trouble because you done found out that you are a bad parent and you allow your kids to do this kind of stuff. Find out the best way, the biblical way to fix these problems, right? Hey, listen. Hey, shalom, Most High in Christ bless. What we got next? We got Captain OC.
Official
Lions Den Radio Show.
Lions Den Radio Show. We got that coming on next. So, hey, tune in. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
Saviors of the earth. Y'all know what time it is. IUIC, Birmingham, Alabama. No more listening to lies and paying tithes.